सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्णः परमात्मने नमः। ओम। Okay. So after nearly 1 month, we saw koshas, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, and we are in Anandamaya kosha. And after Anandamaya kosha, it is Atma Swarupam. Okay. So, as mentioned earlier, the other batch of students who are there on Sunday, they are not very far away. They are just a little ahead. So probably by January or something, we will combine them also in this class only. So about maybe 3-4 students more or 4-5 students may come based on their availability and possibility for them to join on Saturday evening. They will join and we'll have a single class instead of 2. Yeah. Okay. So Anandamaya Kosha, I think we did 1 or 2 of them, but we'll just see it again. Ananda Pratibimba Chumbita Tanuhu Vrittis Tamojrambhita Syad Anandamaya Priyadi Gunakaha Sweshtartha Labhodayaha Punyasyanubhave Vibhati Kritinam Anandarupa Swayam Bhutva Nandati Yatra Sadhu Tanubhrit Matra Prayatnam Vina. Okay. Ananda Pratibimba Chumbita Tanuhu. So, the moment he uses a word Tanuhu, Tanuhu is a body. That means Astijayate Vardate Viparinamate Apakshiyate Vinashyati iti Shad Vikaravat. So Ananda Tanuhu is Anandamaya Kosha. And what happens there? Ananda Pratibimba Chumbita Tanuhu. That is the first place where this Pratibimba of Ananda or Satchidananda Atma Pratibimba is first understood. Vrittihi Tamojrumbita. Completely the thoughts are with tamas. That means there is no knowledge of what this set of thoughts are. Syad Anandamayaha Priyadi Gunakaha Sweshtartha Labhodayaha Swa Ishta Artha Labhodayaha. So whenever it comes to Anandamaya Koshaha, why it is only Ananda? Why it is only Ananda? In Anandamaya Koshaha, why only Ananda is there? Why Dukkha is not there? Should be there, na? Correct?
Because true to its nature, there should be no dukkha.
That is okay. That's why that then Ananda itself. A kosha name should have been good enough, right? Why true to its nature there should be no dukkha?
Because it's in the Manomaya kosha is where the attachment is. That's where that is where all the dukkha comes, right? With the attachment, with the so it's
Okay, so okay, what is there in Anandamaya kosha? There should be something in that Anandamaya.
it is the subtlest, right? Which
It
is
is
the most
that is the
subtle
nature of it.
Sharira.
What is there? What is the content of it? What is there in Manomaya?
Manas.
Oh, Manas is not there in Manomaya. What is there in Manomaya?
Oh.
What do you call Manomaya in English?
Body mind complex.
What is Annamaya in English?
The body, the Sharira, physical body, the Stula Sharira.
What is Pranamaya in English?
It's the respiratory.
What is that? Only respiratory.
No.
Like course.
Everything is there. What is that everything? Physiological body is called Pranamaya.
Oh, yeah, physiological, yeah.
What is Manomaya?
This is
Psychological.
Emotional, correct? What is Vijnanamaya?
intellectual.
Sorry, what is intellectual? Knowledge. Wherever there is knowledge related, right? Correct? Prajna,
Yeah.
discrimination, knowledge, all that is sitting in the, correct? So your intellectual body it is. What is Anandamaya?
Spiritual. No. Ability to differentiate.
Where will ability to differentiate come? Where will it be? Is it a part of what is used to differentiate?
Knowledge.
Yeah. So where is it sitting?
Vijnanamaya.
Correct. So it is not in Anandamaya. So what is there in this Anandamaya? See, as each of this body you are able to clearly see, oh, this is physical personality, this is my physical personality, this is my physiological personality, this is my psychological personality, this is my intellectual personality. Same way now, what is Anandamaya? If there is something you have to attribute to it, related to me, what will you attribute? Not general, specific to me. I know my physical body is different than others' physical body. I know my psychological, physiological body is different. Some people will have weak stomach, some people will have weak heart, some people will have something or the other differences will be there. We know it. Then we know what is our mental psyche, psychological personality. Then my intellectual personality. Like that, what are you going to call this? Because it's of Sharira. Now, if there is nothing known to it, then what are you going to attribute it to? A black hole. What is that?
Most subtle, spiritual.
Oh, that is very common. Na? If I had to tell you that this is the content of your Anandamaya kosha, what is that content? Because then that will be different from someone else's.
The element of divinity in us. That's why it's Anandamaya.
Element of divinity, okay, ठीक है.
Being consciousness, basically.
Yeah,
That's where it is. As the shloka says, it's where the
that is why the shloka is very theoretical now. It didn't mean anything to me. what is it practically I can attribute to me? This is my Anandamaya Kosha, coming out of my Anandamaya Kosha. If you have to say, I own it, what is it? Divinity, everyone's divinity is coming from the same place. So, what is it specific about you? Okay, if you are connecting to the shloka tells in the second line something very clearly. Go to the second line and understand that.
Priyadi gunakaha.
After that,
Tva ishtartha.
Labhodayaha. What is that? What is that? Swa ishtartha labhodaya. He talks something very specific to you now. Swa ishtartha la.
Swa ishta artha
Labhodaya. So he is now talking something specific to you.
Labhodaya.
What is it? What is this?
Labho means it's what is specific to you, right? What you will enjoy, what you like.
What is Ishta?
Ishta is Ishta Devata, what the one you.
What is Ishta? What is Ishta? Don't bring Devata.
Liking.
Correct. Artha?
Artha is the Artha Karma.
What is Artha?
Right. Needed needs for living, right? Artha
means.
Is,
Means.
Means, yeah.
Correct. So I have something, I have the means for achieving it. Okay. If I want happiness, money is the means for happiness. So
right.
I have something which I like and something, a means to achieve it. If both are there, then only it works. So Swa Ishta, my liking, and the means for that.
Yes, correct.
And Labha, Udaya. What is Labha?
Okay. Profit, right?
Where is the profit coming here?
Benefit.
Gain.
No?
When you achieve
Gain.
it. When you
Gain.
achieve it. Labh hua. Mujhe ye labh hua. Shubh labh. Ishta artha labha.
Udaya, which means it comes here.
It just arises.
Arises.
So, the means and the liking, where without any effort, it just, from where does it arise, this place? My Ishta Artha Labhodaya, what is that? What is another name you give for this? Ishta Artha Labhodaya.
Purusharth.
No. Purushartha is when it is still matured, quite matured. Purushartha, I mean, this is so primary that even for a small newborn baby, it will start. A newborn baby will be attracted, someone with a red color, someone will be for a particular sound. It's a Ishta Artha Labhodaya. When you keep on repeating, that child will smile. You do something else, the child will not smile. From where is that coming? Ishta Artha Labha Udaya. Where did it come from? There is no intellect for this child right now. There are no emotions, there is no knowledge, there is nothing for that child as of now. But still, as a primary, very, very basic.
So prior sanskar.
What is it called?
Impressions.
What is it called? Impressions are called what?
So vasana.
Correct.
The previous janmas, vasanas.
All your vasanas, where is it sitting? It is specific to you. Out of that, you will only manifest what? Vasanas are likes and dislikes. Will you manifest your dislikes naturally? Or what gets manifested naturally? Likes. Okay. Now, Satchit Ananda is Ananda Swarupa. The reflection of that is going to be Ananda only. Why no Dukkha? Vasanas have got both. likes and dislikes. Okay, so ishta anartha labhodaya, why can't we say? Anishta anartha labhodaya. Anishta anartha labhodaya. Not
Because
possible.
that is the nature. Because it is the nature of that kosher to be that way.
Why that nature is that way?
Because it is the closest to the Atman.
Okay, that is very theoretical. That is very theoretical you are saying. We are just, that's a brainwashing that it is closest. So because Atma is Ananda Swarupa, so this has to be Ananda.
As you progressively go towards Atman, it's the kosher that is the subtlest. It's where we want to go to. That's where we'll first experience the Ananda. That's
All that is fine. Why Anishta is not manifesting there?
Sir, is it related to Priya Mod?
That is all related to happiness only, correct? Priya Amoda Vritti, it is not Apriya Amoda Vritti. Why Apriya Amoda is not at all given there? Apramodaha. All the three can be there, right? Apriya, Amoda, Apramodaha. If Priya, Moda, Pramoda is there, why cannot the other three also be there? Don't we manifest the negative also? So it is completely kept away from that. You are getting my question or not? If you say vasanas both are sitting there, then why are we so selective about it? Okay. Suppose you are walking and you see something filthy and dirty. What will you do?
Walk around it.
Go away from it, right? Why?
Because it's our nature to avoid it. Because it
Why?
give us.
Why?
undesirable smell, sight.
Correct? I dislike it. Why do you go away from it?
We don't want it near us. We don't want it
Why?
to have any lingering influence on us.
Why? That's exactly the question. Why?
Because it will affect us. It will make us unhappy. It will.
Why do you feel it should make you unhappy? Before you seeing that, before you perceiving that, what was your state?
Happy.
Correct. The moment you perceived it, what happened? To happiness.
Unhappy.
To happiness, what happened?
So our state is happy. I mean,
Correct.
our true state is
Correct.
happy.
My-
We want to be in that state.
Correct. So what did I do?
Avoided.
I moved away. For
Okay.
what? Restoring my state of happiness.
Happiness.
So there is only one thing which is called happiness. You either restore it or you are unable to restore it. There is nothing called unhappiness. If I have a choice, I avoid it to restore my happiness. If I don't have a choice, I still will try to seek happiness out of that situation. That is my nature. For example, I like sweets. I do not like Karela juice. Whenever there is a sweet in front of me, what is reflecting back to me? Is the Ananda in me or is the Ananda in the sweet? Where is that Ananda? That Ananda from me is getting reflected through the sweet back to me, which I feel I am happy, which ensures that my happiness is there. Are you able to get this? The Anandamaya Kosha is that is the reason why it is that way. Okay. Now, that sweet is moved and Karela juice is bought. What will I do? Without the sweet also I am Ananda. Ideally with this Karela also I am Ananda. If you know, the Karela juice will not do anything. But the moment my likes and dislikes are now reflected through the Karela that I don't like it, I will avoid contact with that. Why? To restore my original Ananda what it was. My natural state is to restore that Ananda because I am naturally of that state. I don't have to do anything to be in that state. That is my natural state. It is like the fish is naturally in the water. It doesn't have to learn to swim to be in the water. Are you able to get that? Let it be a pond or an ocean or anything, the fish knows how to swim. It's a natural state. Like that, my original state is of Ananda. And that Ananda, Pratibimba Chumbita Tanu, is going to be only Ananda in the Anandamaya Kosha. It cannot be Na Ananda. Nananda will not be there. So when there is a situation of reduction of Ananda, I avoid that situation to restore back my Ananda. That is what I am doing. Anything which is not reflecting my Ananda, I move it out of my area. My all efforts are just to move that. Just to restore the Ananda. Because being Ananda is a truly natural state of mind. Okay, where do you have to put a lot of effort? To be happy or to remove the unhappiness? To be happy is so natural that you don't have to put an effort. I'll ask a question. Where do you have to put a lot of effort? To laugh or to pretend laughing or pretend not to laugh or avoid laughing? Which is easier? Laughing is easier, it's so natural. Especially when there is a joke and then the teacher says that, oh, why are you all giggling there? And then, why? It just comes out naturally. You're putting an effort to stop that now. Because that is my true nature. Being happy is my true nature. Ever happy. Are you able to get that? That happiness is not the mental happiness. It is that fulfillment and contentment. I am always that. When I superimpose so many things that reflects that I am not that full, that is where I see that I am unhappy. And all my efforts are to remove that. What is moksha? To remove that wrong knowledge that I am not full. Aham Purnaha na asmi. I am not Purna. Aham Apurnaha asmi. That wrong knowledge we are trying to overcome by gathering more and more to become Purna. Think about it. Whereas real Purna is to drop what you have. Because that is the true nature. Are you able to get this? That is why Anandamaya Kosha is subtle and tough to understand. In the normal way, we can easily say this. Like, for example, when you say, what is heat? Addition of energy. Correct? What is cooling? Removal of energy is cooling. That's all. So finally it is the same energy where naturally the heating is going to happen. That is I am Ananda. Where I have to remove the heat, I am putting effort. And I want to avoid it. There is a friction. There is something which is stopping me. So I have to put more effort to overcome it. So all my effort is there to remove that, be away from that na ananda situation to restore back my ananda. Are you able to get that?
But it's not, you're saying it's not the same Ananda as the mind Ananda, right? But that's what we feel.
The mind
right?
is only the manifestation of that. The seed is sitting there. The mind is only manifesting it out. For that mind, where is that seed coming? That vasana, I like this, I don't like this. Someone who likes Karela, you bring a laddu in front of that person. That person will run. You like laddus and you hate Karela, you will run away from Karela. For both of them, where is this coming from? Anandamaya Kosha. Where is it manifesting? Manomaya Kosha. There it is only the window where it is showing the transaction is happening. But where is the seed? Okay.
So this is Swabhav, right? Swabhavik karma, sir Swabhav.
What is Swabhav?
हम लोग बोलते हैं स्वाभाविक कर्म करना ज़्यादा easy है.
See, karma giving happiness in that karma. Multiple times you do that karma consistently becomes your habit. When that habit gets repeated multiple number of times for long period of time, that becomes your nature or vasana. तो हम स्वभाव स्वाभाविक बोलते. I'm not sure at which level you are relating to स्वभाव, whether habit में या whether it is my nature में. When you say habit, it is related to manomaya and vijnanamaya kosha. When it is nature, it has come to anandamaya.
So we can create our nature, Guruji, like we can make our own vasanas by doing something.
Of course, what are the sadhanas for? What is the sadhana for? Amanitvam adambhitvam ahimsa kshantirarjavam acharyopasanam shaucham sthairyamaatma vinigraha indriyartheshu vairagyam anahankara evacha. Chapter 13, 7 shloka onwards. All these are told when that aham brahma asmi, that mahavakyam is being told. He says to restore that, all these sadhanas are to be in full. Any of these are not in good measure, that is going to bring that is why you need to do a lot of nididhyasanam to clean this up. My existing nature, to convert it to that which is my true nature. That is where nididhyasanam is working now. So if it cannot be changed, then there is no point of even trying it out. Change बोलेगा तो क्या? Accepting what that reality is, that I am that true happiness in nature. Absolute happiness. And nothing is going to change it. I am that only. Aham Purnaha Asmi. Are you able to get that? So that is why that Anandamaya Kosha is a reflection of that. Okay. That Anandamaya Kosha has got your true nature sitting in that, and some of it is coming to the peripheral, which is now getting into manifestation, because Anandamaya Kosha is not manifested. Prajnana Ghana, you can't even know what is there in that. In the shloka itself, he says, Tamo Ujrumbhita. Tamo Ujrumbhita, filled with black. There is no knowledge of what is happening in that. Correct? So I do not know whether that positive, negative or anything, but that me, that true nature of happiness, full, gets impacted to Vijnanamaya, Manomaya, Pranamaya, Annamaya, and that is where we know that it is coming from this source. Because it gets manifested there. Without an effort, you know, wow, fantastic. Why? It's so natural. Without an effort, it just comes out. That's it. From where did that come? Because I'm true of that nature. Atma surely is there, but Anandamaya is also of that nature. And when it comes to the periphery, that some manifestation we understand, then I know what is Priya Vritti, Moda Vritti, Pramoda Vritti. Because that manifestation is now going to happen in Manas. It starts at the Anandamaya Kosha, it manifests in the Manas. Give you Sukha. Priya Moda Pramoda is going to give you Sukha. I am enjoying it. Are you able to get that? Till now you all felt Anandamaya was easy. Now it seems to be difficult suddenly. The only thing is, every part of this koshas you can always see it as positive, negative, positive, negative. When it comes to Anandamaya, see, everything is positive only there. And whatever activity I am doing is to be away from the negative to maintain the positivity. That's all is the difference. Why? Because it is directly a reflection of Satchidananda Atma, which is ever positive at all time. From where there is a negativity cannot come at all there. That is why it is called Anandamaya Kosha. That is why only Priya, Moda, Pramoda is there. Apriya, Apramoda, Amoda is not there. Because there is no effort required. That is why they say that which comes naturally to you. See, in that line, very clearly he says, Priyadi Sweshthartha Labhodayaha. The moment you get this Sweshta Artha Labhodayaha, the last line says, Bhutva Nandati Yatra Sadhu Tanubhrit Matra Prayatnam Vina. Without any, even an iota of prayatna, effort, that happiness just comes out. Spurati. It just bubbles out. Are you able to get that? That is defined as Anandamaya Kosha. Is it clear? Okay. Right. So, Punyasya Anubhave. That is why he has not put Papa at all. Punyasya Anubhave Vibhati Kritinam Ananda Rupa Swayambhutva Nandati Yatra Sadhu Tanubhrit Matra Prayatnam Vina. It is only Punya. Papa is not at all there in that place. Then you will say, from where did my Papa Karma manifest? The moment that Papa Karma's manifestation comes as Dukkha, then only you call it Papa Karma. Think about it. Suppose the situation is the same. Okay, like there was a example which Swami Chinmayananda used to give. He will go for Bhiksha, and there they will say, Swamiji, today there is Baingan ka bhaji, and I don't like Baingan. So the moment I eat that first, ki this Maha Musibat is over, let me eat that first. They will come and say, oh, Swamiji, you like Baingan? Baingan, oh, Baingan, Baingan, oh, Baingan aa jayega, he will say. Then what I did, I winked and I said, Baingan, I will like you also and eat. Now what happened? See what is happening. So far as you are considering it as a dislike, it is going to give you dukkham, which is fructification of your papam. But so far as you are not going to assign any dukkham to it, it is going to maintain your ananda. Are you able to get that? So the dukkha and sukha is sitting in manomaya, not in anandamaya. Are you able to get that? So that is why you can play with it very easily. Only when you value it, they will work. If you devalue it, they cannot do anything. It is like a snake without any fangs. सब उसका विष निकाल के दांत वात तोड़ के रख दिया, वो कुछ नहीं कर सकते, वो बैठा है उधर. समझ में आ रहा है? And how do you get that? Sadhanas will help us to more tapas, titiksha will bring you to accept all this so-called my unpleasant will be accepted as chalta hai, so what? वो भी है. From Vibhuti Yoga to Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga. This is where the change is. The 10th chapter, all good, Vibhuti. This is my Vibhuti in all good. There is no bad told. Only in Vishwarupa Darshana Kala Tattva is bought. The moment you accept that, fear is also not there. There is no problem at all. It is easy. So far as you see it is different than me, and I don't want it, I want to avoid it, then you have a problem. So whether the problem creation is in our hand, dukkha is in our hand, sukha is in our hand.
So where is this, our vasanas are sitting in the Anandamaya Kosh, right, Guruji?
Right.
And that's where our likes are sitting, like dislikes is, but we don't even feel it. So then why is in Manomaya, how is it getting projected in the Manomaya, Guruji?
Then where will it get projected? Because that is where sukha and dukkha is sitting. Wherever like comes in samparka, I get sukha. When dislike comes in samparka, I have dukkha. So how do you change it? Your Vijnanamaya is changing it. That acceptance is coming from the Vijnanamaya. So what? Let it be. This is not going to change my state of mind. It will come and go. It has to manifest somewhere. See, even if it manifests in Annamaya or Pranamaya, any problem with my Sharira or any problem with my physiological body, where is the unhappiness felt? Where is the pain felt? Exactly, Manomaya. Is it clear? That is where it manifests. So we have a place where we can play in the Vijnanamaya so that it does not manifest the way it normally would manifest in Manomaya. I prepare myself. Aane do bhai, koi problem nahi. So on a normal day, around 1 o'clock when you don't get food, suddenly you, bhook laga hai, my God, I can't just sit. But on the same day of Upwas, this problem is not there. Why? My Vijnanamaya has conditioned my Manomaya that even if it comes, shut up. Are you able to get this? Is it clear? So this is where you can play. The sadhanas are working on Vijnanamaya and slowly conditioning the Manomaya that next time that muscle memory will be there. Even if such a thing comes, I am prepared for it. I know what to do. I have no problem. Are you getting it? Okay. Back to Anandamaya. So Anandamaya is always Ananda. There is nothing called Dukkha there. That is why the whole shloka is reflecting only positive. Ananda. Priyadi. Guna. Okay. And the third and fourth line is very specific. Punyasya anubhave vibhati kritinam ananda rupa swayam bhutva nandati yatra sadhu tanubhrit matra prayatnam vina. That enjoyment and that bubbling with happiness just comes out without any effort, and that is punyasya anubhave. See, punyasya anubhave to come itself is also another important aspect. Just imagine the person does not even know this is my liking or disliking and then never is happy about it. There are some people who will always love to crib. दुखी राम रहते ना, दुखी आत्मा बोलते हैं हम उनको. कुछ भी दो, you make that person God, he will still see, oh this problem, ये भगवान ने वो भगवान रहेगा तो अच्छा होता था. Why? They have conditioned themselves not to see this naturally coming thing, or their happiness is always seeing some problem. They restore the happiness by seeing the problem. For us it's a problem. For them they are restoring happiness. Are you able to get that? So whichever way you go, you can justify that they are restoring happiness. In every problem, their Anandamaya Kosha is reflecting back to them. When they see something which is below the normal or something where it can be better than that, that is where they start getting Ananda. It reflects. But for them also Ananda only reflects. हम दुखी आत्मा बोलते हैं ना, हमारे लिए वो दुख दिख रहा है लेकिन उसके लिए वो सुख है. Are you able to get this? So this Anandamaya Kosha has to be very clearly understood. There is no iota of dukkha there. There is no papa there, which gets reflected. Vasanas will be there. Sukha, dukkha, sanchita karma, all punya, papa, everything will be sitting. But they are not, the prarabdha is only when it is getting manifested, when you know about it. What is known is only the ananda which is actually coming out. समझ में आ रहा है? Because if the kosha is not even, I don't even understand that kosha, then that kosha actually ceases to exist. Oh, hai ya nahi hai doesn't matter. But by all this reasoning, you know that something is coming from there, something is bubbling out. That means it is a reservoir of that happiness. So Kriyatmakata will be there somewhere sitting at the edge of it, coming to the Vijnanamaya Kosha. That is where we say Sakshi. Now look at Sakshi. Sakshi means there is a Kriya involved in that Atma. That Atma gets a Kriyatmakata. Atma doesn't do any karma. But when we say, when we want to superimpose action connected to Atma, we call that Atma as Sakshi. Sakshi is always when that Atma is doing some karma. साक्षी भाव से देखना, कौन देख रहा है, किसको देख रहा है. So you are giving a kriyatmakata to that atma which is an akarta. For me to understand, that is why this word is called, which is called sakshi. Otherwise atma is good enough, right? Then the gap is so big between non-doing and doing. So you have a mezzanine floor, like, okay, consider this Atma which could be doing is what you can imagine it to be. It's actually faking it. We are faking this word. Sakshi is a fake, according to me. It is only to make us understand. For example, when we say guna, rajas, tamas, rajas, sattva, suddenly you can't become gunatita. From the sattva also you have to have no guna with little sattva. Like that it has to get slowly diluted and then go to gunatita. So what is that state called? Are you able to get that? Like that, you will have to give that Atma also logically, then you get a mezzanine floor to climb and go and understand Atma clearly. Okay. Maybe for this purpose, I imagine, because Anandamaya Kosha, if that Atma is not reflecting, what is Anandamaya Kosha? The first place where Atma gets reflected. Yes or no? RC है कि नहीं? क्या हुआ? All seem to be confused.
I thought it was Vijnanamaya Kosha, right, Guruji, where we see...
Where it manifests out. Without Anandamaya, where is your Ahankara sitting first? It is manifesting in Vijnanamaya Kosha. But what crystallizes it कि ये ऐसा है, यहाँ से just seed of it is sitting in Anandamaya. Without that, how will it come to Vijnanamaya? Okay. Keeping that part, let's assume that RC is what? What is RC, the word?
Reflected consciousness.
You have been very happily telling that. Yes or no? Correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Reflected is a verb associated or not to consciousness.
Yes.
How are you talking about that? How can consciousness, even reflectance be there? Think. समझ में आ रहा है?
These are terms to help us understand.
That's all. At a point of time, you have to understand that these are terms to help us understand, because we need rational thinking to accept it. Some logic should be there. And Atma is beyond all this logic. So you bring it to such a subtle place that after that it will start automatically see, directly from the body, if you talk of Atma, it is so difficult to understand. That is why you are bringing that subtlety more and more, and Anandamaya is that subtlety. Same way, even when you look at Samashti, this is Vyashti. In Samashti, when you look at it, you will see Ahankara, which has got 3 gunas. Correct? Above Ahankara, you have something Mahat, where the 3 gunas are also not differentiated. Above that is Mula Prakriti. Prakriti is there, right? That is why Vyakta Purusha, Avyakta Purusha, Kshara Purusha, Akshara Purusha we say. That Mahat is Akshara Purusha. Ahankara is Kshara Purusha. Manas is Kshara Purusha. Then Panchbhutas, all those, they are all Kshara Purushas. Because they are manifested out now. So before manifesting from that primordial state, there is a state. That's why we say, the moment you put a seed into the water, and you know that the next day something, it has got a little puffed up or something has started inside. But you don't know what has started. It will be the same like the seed before putting into the water. But kuch to chalu ho gaya. Then slowly it will start breaking, something will come. Then you see manifestation is coming. So that state, even for Prakriti there is a Mahat. Like that for Vyashti there is a Anandamaya Kosha. Are you able to get that? Because that is also an unknown state. Mahat is a undivided Akala, there is nothing there. There are gunas are also not there. Sattva, Rajas, Tamo guna is also not there. They are not differentiated there, but still that state exists. If you actually see, a deep sleep state is with which guna? Is it sattva guna, rajo guna, or tamo guna? We can say people sleep is tamo guna, but from a subjectivity is from a waker state, sleep is tamo guna. But in an absolute sleep, is it sattva, is it rajas, or it is guna, or it is gunatita? It is guna atita. And that is why Anandamaya is Sushupti. The next shloka will tell that, because it is like Sushupti. Highest activities in Sushupti is Anandamaya kosha. In rest of the time, when we are in the dream or the waker state, this Anandamaya kosha's manifestation becomes very less because the other koshas manifest a lot. But in deep sleep, Anandamaya kosha manifests the maximum. That is why there is no person in this universe who will say, I did not like the deep sleep. Is there one person who will say, I didn't like deep sleep? Only when that gets hampered, the person will say, oh, kash mujhe acha neend aaya rehta. Right or no? So it is a natural state and there is no division there. Are you able to get this? Now see the next shloka. Anandamaya koshasya sushuptau spurati utkata. Anandamaya koshasya sushuptau, at the time of sushupti, deep sleep, spurati utkata, it is the highest, it is fully active. Swaprajagarayesh Swaprajagarayoresh Swapra only does not. 1 minute, just 1 minute. Swapna Jagara. It's been wrongly mentioned somewhere. Yeah, Swapna. Yeah, not pra. Swapna Jagarayoho Isha Ishta Sandarshana Adina. Ishta Sandarshana Adina. Okay, this Anandamaya Kosha is fully manifest in the deep sleep, while the dream and the waking state, it is only partially manifested depending upon the sight of pleasing objects. Whenever you see something pleasing, that is the time this Priyadi Vrittis, and it makes that Anandamaya to reflect. If something is not pleasing, that time this Anandamaya Kosha is actually dormant and sitting inside. You are actively not working with it. It is just doing its work. Unless someone comes and some other vehicle is coming in the road, you are at a steady state simply driving. Only when something comes in between, you are now actively driving. Like that, this Anandamaya Kosha is there. So far as Sushupti state doesn't come, it is dormant. When it is active in the manifested state, in the Jagrat and Swapna state, whenever Priyadi Vritti there is a possibility of pleasing state, that time this Anandamaya Kosha actually gets reflected back through the object to us. And that is why we experience Ananda. Contentment, fulfillment, happiness. Are you able to get that? It reflects back. Is it clear?
And this is manifested to the Manomaya Kosha, right, Guruji?
What?
The happiness.
Anandamaya cannot manifest by itself because that vrittis itself are undivided there. You do not even know it is Prajnana Gana. That is why because you have to attribute to a source, we say it is Anandamaya. Everything is happening in the moment you have understood it or it has manifested, it is either Vijnanamaya or Manomaya only. Even this understanding of Anandamaya, where is it happening? Is it happening in Anandamaya Kosha or is it happening in Vijnanamaya Kosha? Okay. The moment it is objectified, It has come to these koshas. A little amount of subjectivity, if you are still looking at it, some objectivity is there, but still subjectivity, then it is Anandamaya kosha. Are you able to get that? That's why it is so subtle. It is very difficult to. The moment you talk about it, you are objectifying it more and more. The more and more you will say it is not that. If thoughts itself are not there, where is the question of understanding it? So we understand it only as a cause effect. If this is the effect, this is probably the cause. Only by logic we will understand. That is what he is going to tell in the next one. Okay. So in the next one, he says, Naiva ayam anandamaya paratma. It is not Atma. Sopadikatvat prakriter vikarat. Same logic. Karyatva hetoho. See this. Because it has got a very clear effect perspective, from that only you can understand that there is a cause, and hence it is called the causal body. Anandamaya kosha is called causal body. Why? Only from the effects the cause will be at least inferred. Are you able to get this? You cannot directly go there because thoughts cannot be there. Then how do you know? That is why you are always talking of Manomaya, Manomaya, Manomaya. Why? Because Anandamaya is the cause, Manomaya is the effect. You are able to connect to the effect very clearly. So it looks as though Manomaya, but that Manomaya, from where is it coming when you check? What is reflecting into the Manomaya and showing it as something like Sukha? It is coming out from there. If it was not there, it would never have come to the Manomaya Sukha and Dukkha. Is it clear? Okay. Then, what else he says? Karyatva hetoho sukrit kriyayaha. Only when, see, that is why he mentioned earlier also, punyasyanubhave sukrit kriyayaha. Vikara sangha samahitatvat. It has got variation, it has got changes in it. Surely there is changes in it. Okay. How can you say there is changes in it? One is very, very, theoretically, that unless these koshas are completely negated, one person cannot become fully mukta. Negated means what? It is not impacting me anymore. It is there, but it is not impacting me anymore. Okay. So, he says, because it is the cause, and the cause are continuously, there is a change in it, and because it is a part of Prakriti only, and it is connected to Kriya, Sukrit Kriya, which is Punya Karma, and thereby giving you happiness. Karyatva hetoho, it shows the effect in the other koshas, and hence it has got variation in it, and hence it cannot be Paramatma. Is it clear? Yeah.
If it is so subtle, we don't even know it. How do we negate it, Guruji?
How do you negate it? If it is so subtle and you don't even know it, how will you negate it? If it is so subtle, is the first point. If you do not know it, you don't need to negate it.
That's true.
So, however subtle is, only if you know it, you will want to negate it. The fact that you are going to say, I want to negate it, means that subtle is also being somewhere manifesting to you. So, not only the effect, we are now trying to remove the cause also. For example, if the seed is put in water, in the first day if it swells, I know there is an activity in it. So the activity is coming from that potential seed which is in the cause form. So what do I do is, if I don't want activity of that cause also, so that tomorrow it will work as some effect, I roast the seed. Then you put it in water. Nothing will happen. So it's not the effect. I am now removing the cause also. The cause is also not going to impact me. Sukha dukkaya, so it is not impacting me is one. But the moment you go to the cause and say that anything is going to come from that cause, I devalue that cause itself, then where is the question of Sukha Dukkha coming in the Manomaya Kosha? नहीं समझा.
How do we
बताता हूँ.
negate the
बताता हूँ. I will use a very crude example. I don't mean it, but you all will understand it. Okay? Don't quote me for this example. I hate some aspect of my mother-in-law. Whenever that act is done, I get irritated. So, act being done is the cause, irritation is the effect. What can I do? Every time I feel that this act is going to be now done, I prepare that I should not get irritated. Okay? Every time, first what I do? First my reaction is I get irritated, I try to oppose. But I know at a point of time, now I cannot oppose. So if I have to live with it. So whenever that traits are coming out, that now this particular thing which I don't like is going to come out, I get mentally prepared and मेरा कवच अपने आप आ जाता है. Clear or not? Where are you working? Are you working at the cause or are you working at the effect? Clear? Suppose I go one step ahead and say, oh, mother-in-law means only this. छोड़ दो, ये ऐसा ही रहने वाला है, ये करेला है, कुछ भी किया तो करेला ही होने वाला है. Then what have you done? You have devalued the presence of that person and thereby even the action of that person. So now it is not going to, whatever good, bad or otherwise done there is not going to impact me at all. Why should I even look at only one aspect which I don't like? Are you able to get this? तो इधर कॉज से ही मैं निकाल दिया उसको. That means I am going to a higher mental preparation कि the presence of mother-in-law itself मेरा कवच आ गया. I don't have to even wait now. That is getting more sensitized, getting prepared. Otherwise I was waiting for that situation to come. Now I am always with the raincoat. बारिश कब भी आने दो चलेगा, बारिश नहीं आए तो भी प्रॉब्लम नहीं है.
So it is against both good and bad.
Everything I am negating everything. खत्म हो गया ना बात. So I am not leaving anything for a chance. Are you able to get this? So the only way to remove the cause is negating the cause, not fighting the cause, not being away from the cause, not protecting yourself from the cause. Devalue the cause. Devalue its existence. For me, in my dictionary, it doesn't even exist. Exist करेगा तो ही कुछ करेगा ना. Are you able to get that? That is going still subtler. Reacting is one part which is, and then you mature in it. But actual maturity is when you go further subtler and disown the cause itself. The cause itself cannot do anything to me. फिर वो कुछ भी आने दो ना, क्या फर्क गिरा? Are you getting? Sometimes you have to use some such examples by which you will correlate at least, because all this is sitting there. Sukha or dukkha, whichever, doesn't matter. Both are not going to impact me. Is it clear? Okay, right. And keep examples as example and don't extend it ahead. None of these examples are true. Okay, so naiva anandamayah paratma sopadhikatvat, because without that upadhi it cannot work. Can you tell me? Post death, is there Anandamaya Kosha or not?
It goes into the Karna Sharira, right, Guruji?
What is Karna Sharira?
Because Vasanas are sitting in the Anandamaya Kosha, the Vasanas continue to come to the next Janma.
So
it has to go here.
So Anandamaya Kosha exists.
So it does not exist. So Kosha is a kosha. Anandamaya kosha will not exist, sir.
Anandamaya Kosha equal to Karna Shariram, right?
So it's a kosh, word is kosh, matlab
Sharira, yeah, to destroy.
So what? So what? Manomaya Kosha is also a kosha. It is not getting destroyed when you die.
So Manas gets destroyed now.
Where?
But sir, pranamaya kosha will get destroyed. So pranamaya will get destroyed if somebody dies. So pranamaya will go away. Vijnanamaya will also will.
बोलो, ये मैं आनंदमय शुरू किया था, अभी तो प्राणमय और विज्ञानमय में भी प्रॉब्लम है.
वो सब चले जाएंगे तो.
कहाँ जाएंगे?
कारण शरीर.
अरे भाई जाएगी कहाँ?
So you're saying impression Vasana will be stored in Anandamaya and it will remain with the physical to Karan Sharira.
This leads to a very, very important question. Is Anandamaya Kosha equal to Karana Sharira? Is Annamaya Kosha equal to Sthula Sharira? Yes.
No, it's not equal.
No.
समझ में आ रहा है? And for
Yeah.
if you go to Tattva-boda, what is given? Read Tattva-boda, next time we will see. Already 7 minutes we have overshot. Read Tattva-boda. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Think about it. Okay? We'll connect next time. Next Sunday. Yeah? Saturday. Okay. Thank you.
Hari Om sir.
धन्यवाद.
Hari Om sir.
Good one.